right, man. Let's kick this off. Why don't you introduce yourself? Talk about kick it off. How you got into bodybuilding?
All right. Well, let's see. Name is Joshua Kenyon. I'm 19 years old, and I'm planning. I'm prepping for my first bodybuilding show ever.
Oh, this is your first one, eh?
Yeah, this is my first time ever dieting down everything, pretty much. So,
Oof. How you feeling?
not too bad. A little nervous, to be honest.
How far out are you?
I'm less than 2 weeks out.
Oh, frig, eh? That's exciting.
It's crazy, and I'm my show's in Sacramento, and I'm from Georgia. So
Right. You got a little bit of a trek.
Across the state, or, so.
What are you gonna weigh on stage, do you think?
I'm gonna try. We're gonna probably be around 165. That's where I'm getting to.
Yep. What'd you start prep at?
Let's see. It was around 212.
Holy.
Yeah.
That's sick.
I started, in November. Let's see. I go outside actually, but you still hear me?
Yep, we're good.
All right. I'm just trying to make it, somewhere a little peaceful.
Yeah.
But,
that's crazy, eh? So you're down like 40 pounds.
Yeah, it was crazy, and basically, when I started lifting, I was 13 years old.
Yep.
About 6 and I was always super small, 95 pounds.
Oh, wow.
I was going into the 8th grade, and basically, I'm a short guy, too.
How tall are you?
Huh?
How tall are you?
I'm about 5'7" now.
Oh, so you're my height. Wow, you're a big dude.
Well, I don't know if I'd say that, but yeah, I started out obviously really small, short, and also, really lightweight too. So I just wanted to be bigger. So
right.
I started lifting at my house with what I have, and basically I started out just doing, like 7 days a week. I was working out with dumbbells, my foot bag, ankle weights, all that. I got a pull-up bar, and
you were legit.
Yeah, and I had to kind of improvise. I remember doing like some kind of exercise with my chairs I set up. And so that's what I started out doing. Months in lifting, I finally got a little weight set from Academy Sports. And I used that all throughout high school, just using that same weight set, working out at my house.
Wow.
Over time, learning more from YouTube, following, and that's how I found out about my coaches from 3DMJ.
They're amazing, eh?
Yes. When he vlogged his preps on YouTube, so I started following them and others, and basically started just trying to put on weight. Once I started lifting, and no food, I was weighing myself basically and just intuitively eating.
Yeah.
And I was, with my meals each day, though, pretty much, I had a routine. So I had that going for me. And obviously, I ended up getting up to 210 this past, around October, November.
Wow.
And then, it's crazy looking back now.
210 at 5'7"?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I was definitely, I had a lot of fat on me for sure. And for me, I don't store as much of my body fat in my midsection in my upper body. So a lot of people, it kind of gives that illusion that I was leaner than I really was, just because of that. But then, like, my lower body, my legs, just no definition whatsoever.
Just mass.
Yeah, and man, it was hard to buy pants,
So what were you eating? Like when you got up to 212, were you just eating like everything in sight?
That was basically my goal, or that's what I tried to do basically. Like, I had no restrictions at all. growing up, like I said, I was always really small, so it wasn't the easiest thing for me to put on weight. I never had a really big appetite.
Right.
So, just trying to eat what I could. And, being in school, for about 8 hours a day, I had that a long period of time where I wasn't eating as much. So when I got home, that's when I ate most of my food.
Right.
So up eating mostly just what we cooked, at my house. A lot of the food wasn't very high in calories, so I had to eat a big volume of it. So over time, it got harder for me to put on weight.
Yeah.
So when I got about my senior year, that's when I started kind of resorting to just some fast food as well.
Like
after
what?
school, I'll pick up some Hardee's. We have Hardee's down here, and I'd get something from there. And drink soda. Regular soda all the time, no diet. Protein bars. I started eating a lot. Peanut butter crackers.
Whatever you could get your hands on, eh?
Yeah, for real. And that was up until this past year pretty much. Up until the end of 2017, that's what I was doing before I started prepping.
Yeah.
And of course, I graduated in 2017. High school.
Right.
So I your college just completed. So when I started going to college, it's just a local college. That's when I started first really using the gym.
Wow.
So yeah, it's not been too long that I actually been lifting at a gym.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, basically, yeah. So that was just a crazy state to be in, though. Being in an overfed state.
Always.
And for me, it got to the point where I would eat so slow. My appetite wasn't there anymore because I was overfed pretty much. I was eating all the time, trying to eat whatever I could to gain weight. That restrictions.
You were on the perma-bulk.
That's basically. That's how it was for me. I was eating cookies, anything, man. I could Pop-Tarts.
Wow.
And
it's so funny. Like that's so different from what you usually hear.
Right. Yeah. And for me, another thing is basically, a lot of people, they're afraid to really get that fat, and put on that much fat. And that's what I see a lot of people, doing mini cuts all the time and whatnot.
Yep.
But I almost didn't see myself as really being as fat as I was.
Right.
My different in that, what I saw was the progress.
Exactly.
Saw, the PRs I was hitting, the strength gains. Looking at myself in the mirror, seeing stretch marks. And
just getting swole.
So I was, driven by all the, that progress in the weight room. And so even though I was putting on weight and gaining some fat, it's almost like I was blinded to that aspect of it.
Right.
And the positive aspects of it. So that's where I think a lot of people go wrong is, they start seeing a little bit of fat and they immediately just, think, oh man, I got to cut down, I got to, drop, about 10 pounds or something, I got to do a mini cut.
Yeah.
But, I think you just got to be willing to sacrifice some definition.
Yeah. Was your end goal eventually to step on stage?
Well, initially when I started lifting, of course, that wasn't on my mind at all. But over the years, as I got more into lifting, working out, I got kind of into bodybuilding. From social media, YouTube.
Yep.
Following the Matt Ogus and 30MJ and whatnot.
For sure.
That crossed my mind. And I would have people, see me, notice that I work out and, ask me, have I competed before or tell me I should and stuff like that. And
well, that's when I first, I've been following you for a while, and just when I first saw your profile, I was like, man, this guy's got to be, a top-tier athlete. But then, I look into more of it, and it's just, some dude that's jacked.
Yeah, for real. That's me. I'm just a kid that likes working out really. And
yeah.
So yeah, it was something I thought more about. But at the same time, for me, like I said, I was trying to just put on more muscle, and so I would think of I thought about man, I might want to compete one day, but at the same time, I was like, I'm too small right now. I got to put on more size.
Yeah.
That's the last thing I wanted to do was, step on a stage and just look like I don't even lift. So
exactly.
And another thing is, basically, I almost didn't even prep, initially for this year and for
right.
this show. I was, contemplating even, I thought I still didn't have enough size, to be honest.
Yeah, that's crazy to think about.
Yeah, it's crazy, like I never, would have thought I was going to get up to 210 really, but over time I just started gradually adding more weight, and I was like, well, let me add, I'll get 5 pounds heavier.
Yeah, what's a couple pounds, right?
Yeah, it's crazy, but basically what drove me to compete was, I guess, I was turning 19, this past November.
Yep.
I thought about, it would be cool to, do a show as a team, do like, the team class,
For sure.
I knew I wanted to compete one day. I just wasn't exactly sure when.
Right.
But I thought to myself, if I don't, compete this time because I feel like I'm too small or I don't have enough muscle yet, I'm going to have that mindset, for the years to come.
Yep.
So I decided, okay, I think I do want to, try it out, see if I like it. I don't want to have that regret, later, in the years to come, wishing I had at least done one show.
Yep. I was the same way. Like I'd start and then I'd stop and I'd start and I'd stop and I was like, okay, I need to just buckle down and do it. So I can relate for sure.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. And so that's what drove me. And basically, like I said, I was following 3DMJ for years. So when I decided I did want to finally compete, I was like, I want to get coached by 3DMJ.
Yeah.
So that's what happened. And yeah.
Who do you work with?
Great. What was that?
Who do you work with them?
Jeff.
You work with Jeff?
Yeah, I know a lot of people we're thinking I'm working with Alberto because he's reposted me on his page.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been working with Jeff and it's been awesome. I'm loving it.
That's cool, man. So what's your diet like right now? Like, do you follow like a flexible approach or is it like a clean meal plan? Kind of talk about that a little bit.
Well, yeah, I'm doing flexible dieting. I'm tracking my macros. I've been doing that, since I started prepping.
Yeah.
Obviously, I've been keeping it, pretty simple, with my food choice, trying to keep, everything pretty consistent at this point, this close to this. Yeah, basically a lot of basic foods, bodybuilder type, chicken and rice. Like in the morning I'll have eggs, maybe some instant oatmeal, Greek yogurt, fruit. So pretty trying to keep it pretty simple right now.
Cool. What's your training like right now?
I'm training. When I started working with Jeff, I was switched from. I was initially doing like a, legs push pull, rest.
Yep.
16, and I loved that. And when I started working with him, we changed to a 5-day routine actually.
Oh wow.
And actually doing like it's almost like a hybrid. So it's like I'm doing lower, upper, rest. I do lower a second time of the week. Then I do a chest and arms workout on Fridays. Saturdays I do a shoulders and back workout.
Okay. Kind of like a mismatch a little bit.
Yeah, rest Wednesday and Sunday. And, I'm still getting everything twice a week. So
nice. What about cardio? What's your cardio like right now?
Cardio, I've just been doing like walking about 45 to 60 minutes. A few days a week. Initially, it's just like 2 times a week. Last week, we bumped it up to about every day because I've been working a summer job, but last week, so my activity level, being a little lower.
Right.
We decided to cardio in. But initially, starting prep, I was actually running a mile twice a week.
Oh, wow.
That was something I was doing I've been doing for years, actually. I was, running several times a week.
Oh, yeah.
Even, as I was, bulking on that perma bulk, I was running, several times a week. And so that's something I was already doing before I started working with Jeff. And so he said, we'll just keep that in for now. And as we got closer to the show, obviously, we decided that it was a good idea to take out, and replace that with, just some low, list cardio.
Yeah, little less intensity, right?
Yeah.
Nice. How has your strength been as you've gone deeper into prep? Have you seen a decrease at all, or anything performance-wise?
Yeah, my strength. Initially, actually, a lot earlier on in prep, my squats were actually almost, improving some.
Right.
But my bench, I noticed that pretty soon. Started, kind of decreasing some.
Yep.
My bench, deadlift, definitely. So yeah, I've noticed some strength, but I feel like, or at least I know actually, pound for pound, I'm actually, probably stronger.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's the thing, right? You're leaner now, but if your lifts are pretty similar, then relatively speaking, you're probably stronger, right?
Definitely, yeah. Yeah, so, and I think another thing is just working with Jeff, actually decreasing my training volume has probably actually been more beneficial.
Yeah.
And the thing is, initially, I wasn't really taking deloads.
Right.
Actually. So, training 6 days a week.
You were just grinding.
Right. Yeah, 6 days a week doing a pretty good amount of volume.
Yeah.
And no deloads basically, but obviously, getting those excess amount of calories, being that surplus, I know that helped, allow me to, recover.
Yeah.
Some at least. Still, I know that wasn't the most optimal approach.
Yeah.
I'm glad I've been able to, just, start taking a smarter approach now.
Exactly. What were your PRs? What's your all-time squat, bench, deadlift kind of deal?
And it's funny, especially being in high school, a lot of people always ask me about how much can I squat.
How much you bench, bro? How much you bench?
Yeah. And the thing is, I've never really been one to max, to really even max out.
Yeah.
I've actually never maxed out on squats.
Really?
Yeah. I've for bench, the most I've hit is 315.
Yep.
That's the most I've ever attempted. So, and for deadlift, I've actually, funny enough, I hit 500 conventional.
Yep.
And that was actually during prep.
Oh wow, impressive.
Yeah. But I never actually done any strength, training specifically.
Yeah, it's always been bodybuilding focused.
Yeah, it's really just been bodybuilding focused, and especially me training alone for so many years. I didn't really have a spotter a lot of the time.
So you don't want to get stuck under the bar.
For me, my little squat rack, I don't have anything, any safety rails or anything. If I had to bail.
Living on the edge.
Yeah, for real. And so, I never tried to, really max out. But that's something I've actually got more interested in is, kind of thinking about powerlifting.
Yeah.
And right up until I started prepping, I was actually, going to start, maybe doing more strength training.
Right on.
And that's started doing a little deadlift program, a 10-week program. It was an Ed Cohen.
Yeah.
Deadlift. I was, starting to get into powerlifting more, and so that's when I started. The first time I really, tried to max on deadlifts or whatnot. But
right on.
Funny, on one of the days I was supposed to, try to hit 500 or something, and I never, tried anything like that.
Yep.
Heavy. So I remember I missed 515 or something like that, and I thought I should have hit it. Even though. Obviously, I never, really been into strength training,
right.
Fitness and everything just wasn't really used to that.
Yeah.
But funny, I hit 500 during prep, and I, missed it when I was 10 at one point. So
that's crazy, eh?
But yeah, so that's something I might actually try to get into more, eventually in the years to come is, powerlifting as well, because I definitely, I have goals for me, at least, I want to hit a 500-pound squat.
Yep.
On deadlift. At least a 365-pound bench.
Yeah. Yeah, I've done 2 meets. Bodybuilding's obviously same as you, kind of my first love, but I've done powerlifting, and it's very different. That's for sure.
Oh, really? You enjoyed it though?
I did like it. I did notice because like I'm like you. I'm only 5'7", so I'm not like a big dude. And I did notice the wear and tear on my body was something that kind of got old pretty quick. Just from like so much squatting and deadlifting, like my back was starting to really scream at me. So I had to dial it back and kind of go back into bodybuilding. But it's fun and it's cool to like hit numbers you've never done before and like have those goals. It's definitely it's a different kind of exciting, just like getting on stage.
Yeah, and at least for me, I don't know if I'll ever do a powerlifting meet, but I still would like to hit some of those numbers. Just,
Yeah.
You know.
Just to say you did it.
Right, exactly. And like I said, initially I wasn't sure if I'd even actually do a bodybuilding show, but I'm glad I did decide to prep. It's been an awesome journey so far.
Do you think you'll compete again anytime soon, or is this going to be like you do it and then you take some time to grow again, or are you like hooked?
Well, I know I'll definitely probably try to compete again. Pretty recent, in the pretty near future. I potentially may do another show after this the Muscle Mayhem this year.
Oh, is that the one you're doing, Muscle Mayhem?
That's the one I'm doing. This July 21st is the actual day of it. And so I may potentially do a show afterwards. We talked about. I talked to coach Jeff a little bit recently on Skype. And so he mentioned Worlds actually. This November.
Whoa.
I don't know. It's, bodybuilding is pretty expensive. Is what I've learned.
Oh yeah, bud.
But so I may potentially try to do that, or there's actually another show pretty close to where I live in my state. I think it's in August. Not too long after my show.
Yep.
So I guess it will just really depend on how this show goes.
What organization are you competing with?
The WNBF.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Where's Worlds?
Where is it?
Yeah.
That's a good question. I don't know right now.
Far enough.
Right. Yeah, I just know it's in November.
So you would compete. So in theory, you'd have to like hold conditioning for all the way to November. Is that kind of what he would want you to do?
Well, at least not get too high over my stage weight.
Yeah.
But also, I'm actually transferring to a university this fall, so I kind of have a pretty big transition. I've been going to a local college this
right.
year, so I live still at home right now, but I'll be about 4.5 hours away from home.
Yep.
Going to this university. So it's already kind of this pretty big transition for me. So I don't really know how how life is gonna.
Yeah. You got a lot on your plate, man.
Yeah, man. To be honest, I never expected to get so much, just so many more followers. I guess from prepping. It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, especially like 3DMJ is getting pretty good traction too. So it's cool that you're able to work with them. That's pretty neat.
I'm still mind blown. I've been able to even get coached by them, and Jeff let me stay, at his house for the show.
Nice.
Really cool.
That's pretty neat. Yeah, I've been following like all of them, but I found Alberto Nunez first, and like he's insane.
Yeah.
He's so shredded.
Yeah, he gets just healed. And I remember seeing videos of him like contest lean and seeing his quads. Like,
oh, it's crazy.
Yeah, I was just mind blown. I was like, that's natural bodybuilding right there, man.
Yeah.
Crazy.
There's always that like classic picture of him doing like the most muscular, and he's just peeled.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's conditioning goals for me one day.
Yeah, for sure. All right, dude. I want to close this out with like a little quick Q&A, just some quick shots at you. Just fire away. So, first one, favorite body part to train?
Man, so this is gonna be hard for me because a lot of this questions, it's gonna be hard for me to give a straight on answer. I mean, man, that's actually, dang.
Put you on the spot.
I have to say, I mean, I like training back, because I feel like that's one of my strong points.
Yep. Is there any weak points on your physique that you're starting to notice as you get diet down? Is there anything you're like, oh, okay, I need to bring that up?
I guess, to be honest, I mean, I've seen basically all my body parts as a weak point.
You just want to bring up everything.
That's my plan. I still see everything. Like, I think about it, like, I think, man, my arms are still small, man. My quads suck, man. Like, everything does. My chest, I want to bring it up. I just want to bring everything up.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good mentality for sure. So what's your go-to cheat meal if you get any?
Well, right now I'm not really having any cheat meals.
Right.
But if I could,
what's the first thing you'd have?
To be honest, I like probably be like pizza or something.
Right. Nice.
Off from that right now. But,
what's your favorite? What's your favorite like clean meal? Like the classic like chicken and rice, or like what do you like?
Well, chicken and rice is probably what I eat about every day, to be honest.
Right.
So I'd probably have to be that.
Nice. Now, you said back is your favorite body part. What's your favorite go-to exercise when you're training back?
Well, let's see. Basically, what's interesting is that basically when I started working with Jeff, I started using more chest-supported rowing movements.
Yep.
Kind of changed, whenever I started lifting, it was at my house, for most of my lifting career, I guess you could say. So,
yep.
Free weights. So I would say at the time, at least it, would have been the bent over barbell row. Classic.
It's classic.
But recently, I actually haven't done bent over barbell rows in like a super long time. I've been doing like machine, basically like unilateral hammer strength row. And,
oh yeah.
Those are ones I didn't ever do before. I started working with Jeff and going to a gym. So
nice.
That would be. And then obviously like initially it would have been bent over barbell rows.
Yep. Do you do much like pull-ups and stuff, or is it more rowing?
Pull-ups as well. Overhand and on the reverse grip too.
Yeah.
I definitely I got a pull-up bar when I started lifting, and I've been doing pull-ups ever since.
Nice. Nice. What's your supplement protocol right now? What kind of subs are you taking?
I'm taking whey protein occasionally and caffeine.
Just some caffeine, eh? No fat burners or anything?
I've never taken a fat burner, never taken creatine.
Dude, you're so natural, it's not even funny.
Yeah, and that's funny. People always look surprised when I say that. I've never even taken like a real pre-workout.
That's crazy.
Coffee or like a Monster energy drink, but yeah.
That's insane. Okay, last one. Advice to new young lifters. I mean, you're only 19, so like you're still a very young lifter, but people getting into the game, want to get bigger, want to get stronger. Quick advice for them.
Have patience, I would say. It's not going to happen overnight, and don't be afraid to put on some fat.
Yep.
That's another. Don't try to diet for the summer. Just to have summer shreds.
Classic.
People see me on Instagram, and they see me these Instagram videos I'm posting where I'm leaner. But the fact of the matter is, I've been lifting for about 6 years now, and 95% of that time, basically, I've been trying to put on weight.
Yep.
And not look lean and everything, cut for the summer. So you got to be willing to put on some fat. You got to have patience. You really got to just love the process.
For sure.
If you don't enjoy the process of lifting, and you just want that end result, you're going to end up being just disappointed.
Yeah, or just looking good for Instagram.
Right. Yep, that's the truth about it. I post these videos of me, my physique on Instagram, but I wasn't always shredded. I've been, if you look at a few months back, you can see how fat I was. How much fat I put on.
Yeah, exactly.
So, you got to be willing to put on some fat. Don't be afraid, and really, just get the fundamentals down. So many people I think focus on try to ask all these questions and how many sets should I do? What exercise should I do? This.
Yep.
There's no bodybuilding is not just black and white. You have to do this, or you have to do that. You have to train 5 days a week. It's like it's individual and really preference. Whatever you can adhere to is going to work best.
Exactly. That's a good, very good point. I think people try to find that perfect formula, and it doesn't exist.
Exactly. Just you can really get basic fundamentals on point. Be consistent.
Yep.
Basic. You can go rip.
For sure. That was awesome, dude. That was a very good way to end it.
That's what's up, man. And again, I appreciate you, interviewing me. And I know I'm kind of, awkward maybe. I've always been shy growing up, so I'm just trying to, get out of that comfort zone.
Nah, man, this is perfect. This is perfect. We'll have to touch base after your show.
Yeah, for real. Hopefully I'll do decent, but just this experience ultimately is going to be priceless for me. Just getting to meet all these guys I look up to.
Yep. July 21st, you said, right?
3rd July 21st. I'll be flying out the 19th. That's literally about a week from now.
Whew.
A week from tomorrow.
That's exciting, man. That's exciting.
I've been getting, I guess, really nervous now because it's like this is really happening.
Game time, bro.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, I wish you the best of luck, and we'll definitely link up after your show, and we can talk about your experience.
Sure, I appreciate it. Yeah.
Yeah, buddy. Give your Instagram. Tell everybody where to find you.
All right, it's Kenyon. My last name Kenyon BTAT 3rd, the number 3 RD. Kenyon the 3rd. If you just look up Joshua Kenyon,
right,
you'll get But yeah.
Just find the big jacked kid.
Yeah, well, I still got more games I'm trying to make. But.
Nice. All right, buddy. Well, you have a good night. This was great. And as I said, we'll touch base after your comp.
Sure, you too. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. See you later.